All right, so today we're going to be looking at page 34 and 35 in the lesson book. Now, this is an exciting page because this is for the first time we're going to start to look at what we actually write these notes on in music. The big vocabulary word you're going to learn today is called staff, or the staff. Now, a staff, if you look really carefully, has 5 lines and 4 spaces. You always start counting at the bottom first, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the spaces, you'll notice the numbers written between the lines in the spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 lines, 4 spaces. Now, when you look at this on a staff, this is what notes look like when you draw them on lines. You'll see that there is 5 notes here, 1 on each line. It's almost like the line's going right through the note. See, the line passes through the center of the note. So we've got line 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then space notes fill up the space of the staff. So we've got a space, 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 and space. So the other thing that's interesting about this page is we're now going to learn that there's 2 staffs that can be connected together. And the one on top is where the music for the right hand is going to be. And the one on the bottom is the music for the left hand right there. Now, if we take a look over here, there's a whole bunch of more information, but now we're going to see how those notes on the keyboard, especially middle C right here, you recognize that one, all have a place on this staff. So middle C looks like this right here. It's got this little line going through it, and it sits right in the middle of the staff. And then we also have D, which looks like this, and then E, F, G, and so on and so on and so on. And you'll notice each key on the keyboard has a very specific spot on the staff. Now they went all the way down, not to this A, below middle C, but all the way down to here, which is actually down to here. You can see how low that one sounds. That's this note right here. So every note on a keyboard has a spot on the staff that you can write a note there, and that tells you which one to play. So if you notice, it goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it starts over again, A, B, and then if you look at the keys, it's all connected, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then it says, how many times can the music alphabet be written on the staff? Begin at the bottom and circle each group. Well, let's find out. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's 1. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's 2. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, that's about 3. So these 2 pages is really just to introduce a couple important things to you. Now, I almost forgot to tell you about these 2 at the top. So there's these 2 symbols. One is called a bass clef. It looks like bass, but it's pronounced bass. Bass clef and treble clef. It's like the word trouble, but you say treble. So the bass clef means low, or the word bass means low sounds. And it's actually written, the bass clef is drawn on the bottom staff, which is what the left hand will read for their music. And it shows the notes that are below middle C. All of these over here are written in the bass clef. The treble clef means high sounds, or treble means high. The treble clef is placed on the top staff up here. That's for the right hand. And the treble clef is where all the notes above middle C live. So this page is just to give you some information. Once again, the vocabulary words we've learned are staff is what you call these 5 lines and 4 spaces that are going across. Of course, you can draw notes on the lines or the spaces. These 2 staffs connected together is called the grand staff. And of course, this is called the bass clef and the treble clef. So make sure you watch this video and learn those terms so that when we start learning our first song next time, we'll understand what all of this means and what all of this means. So we've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up soon where you're going to start to read music on a staff.